Now, listen, you guys, the internet is questioning what exactly it means for Beyonce and if a household is in trouble following a very interesting on one of these posts by somebody very close to Beyonce, which had people speculating that, well, they might actually be trouble because of the allegations that just came out about her husband. And we're also going to be talking about this entire situation with the celebrities who spoke out when it comes to this issue. We will be pointing out the hypocrisy one by one. 50 Cent spoke up, Ebro spoke up, Smelly spoke up, Foxy Brown even is actually speaking up, and we're going to be discussing about all of that. Hello, tea lovers, and welcome to the tea plug. I trust you guys are doing well, and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great. You guys, I am doing extremely amazing. And without further ado, let us dive straight into today's tea. So first of all, let us talk about this entire situation with Beyonce and Jay-Z. Now, for those of you who have not watched my previous video, or those of you who are not on the internet regularly, now it came out that the man from Fraudulent Nation has been accused of the R word, to a 13-year-old. Now, it is an entire mess with the lawyer, involved calling them out and saying that, well, they are trying to silence, the victims. And the men from Fraudulent Nation is also coming out saying that, well, they are trying to extort him. So that's basically the background story about all of this. So obviously people are, questioning everything. Did Beyonce know about this? You know how it goes, like in the industry, you guys. They started saying that if a husband is convicted of something, definitely the wife is also answerable to that thing. I mean, we did see that happen in real time when it comes to Nicki Minaj. A lot of people were giving the blame and putting the blame on Nicki Minaj and stuff like that. So as expected, people are now saying that, well, she probably knew about her husband's doing and stuff like that. And I do believe that both incidences, the Nicki Minaj incidents and the Beyonce incident, I do believe that it doesn't make any sense. These men should be held liable. But now I cannot be like trying to check the Barbz to say don't say that, because I mean I've watched them go through the same fate in real time. So yeah, I'm just gonna watch how everything is going to play out, because you do know what I say. This is not Animal Farm. No animal is more equal than the other. If it was good enough to be done to one artist, it is good enough for it to be done to another artist. That's all I'm saying. If you were one of those people who were standing up and saying that stop putting Nicki Minaj on, the headlines that have got anything to do with the husband in the case, if you were one of those people who were standing by and saying that it's wrong for you guys to make the situation about Nicki Minaj instead of the victim, I would understand if you also come out and say that, well, stop making this thing about, Beyonce. So I personally can stand and say that I've been standing by the word that let's not use sensitive issues like this as a gotcha moment on the internet when it was being done to Nicki Minaj. So I can still stand right now and say let's not make it about Beyonce. However, for those who were doing the other thing, keep the same energy. That's all I can say. But something interesting came up, you guys. ABC page posted, a headline about everything that's going on. They said Jay-Z, the other Sean, named in lawsuit alleging the R word of a girl 13. Okay, and they wrote an entire article about the story. And guess who was in the likes, you guys? It is Miss Tina Knowles. Okay, Miss Tina Knowles liked that post, and the screenshots are going crazy on the internet. So I was curious. I said, let me go back and check exactly if she liked this picture. And by the time I went there, the like was no longer there. So I do feel like, well, somebody maybe alerted her to say, listen, I don't know what's going on, but you did like this and it is going viral. Now, I don't know why she liked that, but the internet is now speculating that, well, they may be trying to separate Beyonce from the scandal. And I don't think that even if they do try to separate her from the scandal, it means that she no longer wants to be with her husband. But I do feel like it might be a smart enough decision for business, because at the end of the day, Beyonce is a brand. So I would not be shocked if they were to get to a point where they are distancing Beyonce from everything that is going on. And the twist is actually maybe the husband will give that advice to say, listen, for us to not lose money in all brands, you have to separate yourself from me. You see, the kind of thing that Karisha was trying to play with Didi when she came out, and she's now, oh, I don't know, oh, this and that. It could be the same play that they decide to do. And I also did see the Beehive the fan pages, they're trying their best to make it known that, well, by the time that these allegations allegedly happened, Beyonce was not with Jay-Z. When I saw that post from the Beehive, I laughed so hard. I was like, oh my God, these guys are scrambling. They were putting the timeline saying that, well, in 2021, in 2001, that is when Beyonce started dating Jay-Z. And I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. And so let me know in the comment section, you guys, do you think Miss Tina knew what she was doing liking that post? And other people are also coming in with the suggestion that, there are people who have got a habit of just liking a post just for no reason. I remember I used to do this when I first started this channel. I would like a comment, even one that I disagree with. I don't know why I would do that. Like, I would literally like the comment and respond back, maybe like going against what they're saying. But initially, I would like it. And sometimes I would just like a comment to let that person know that I've seen your comment. And it could be the case with Tina. I mean, she's grown, you guys. She's an older woman. And sometimes the internet, it's not so easy to go through social media, and sometimes you can accidentally like things. So let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about Tina liking this. Do you think that this is Beyonce distancing herself? But then again, if we are to consider Candace Owens allegations, when she was like, Beyonce, stop commenting from your mother's account as your banner account, then if we use that logic, does it probably mean that it was actually Beyonce who was in possession of that account? I really don't think that she does use her mom's account to say anything, in my own opinion, because some of the things that Miss Tina say, they're actually consistent with being an older woman. So I don't know, you guys. Let me know in the comment section what you think about that. And do you think that Beyonce should stick by her men, or do you think that this is the time where she gets to remove herself from the situation to salvage her brand? That being said, let us talk about the next thing, okay? Talking about the celebrities who spoke out. I mean, I would expect to see a lot of activists here, because I've seen several activists coming out and speaking up against issues like this. Even before such issues have gone to trial, they always come in here and say, oh my God, we're standing with the victim before the trial. So obviously, I'm very curious to see what they have to say about everything that is going on. Are they keeping the same energy? Are they shameless enough to keep on the same hypocrisy, or what is happening? So let us start by none other than Jay-Z's biggest D rider, who is known as Elliott Wilson, or as some people call him, Idiot Wilson or Smelliot Wilson. So I was expecting to see him say something, given that when it comes to other people, he's quick to talk, he's quick to comment on it, he's quick to condemn acts like this. So I was like, let me just go and see what this man said. And lo and behold, he did not post anything about the lawsuit, only Jay-Z's response. That's the one, his statement, that is the one that he decided to post with the caption, Hove at Rock Nation. So in other words, this man is telling you that, well, he is standing in solidarity with Jay-Z. Now, I want you to keep a tab of all these people who are doing this, so that if it so happens that things go the other way, you may remember who these people are. So that next time, if these people try to shame people that they dislike by saying, oh, we are standing for what's right, we're standing for what's right, you guys will remember that it is propaganda that is being spread throughout these platforms. So, indeed, Elliott did not say anything about all of this. So, I want you to keep that on record. Now, another person that I was very, very curious to hear what they have to say about this is none other than Ebro. Yes, let us talk about Ebro. He was one of the people who were instrumental during the Jennifer Hugh and Kenneth Petty issue. So, as expected, I mean, I'm curious to see, how are you going to handle this entire situation? Are you going to stand by the victim? Are you going to, because the way these guys carried on with the way they covered the Nicki Minaj husband story, you would think that it's actually Nicki Minaj who went down there and laid down with that girl back in the day. They made it seem like it was a fault. They made it seem like it was hey. And so obviously I'm waiting to see the same energy from these people. But again, lo and behold, Ebro is standing with Jay-Z no matter what. And they are screaming innocent until proven guilty. So I want you to keep track of all these people so that if anything goes south, you will remember what they said. And you can also see the hypocrisy in all of this, okay? Because I feel like it's high time people understand that there is a lot of propaganda that people are fed just to propel certain narratives against people who fail to bow down to the industry. So Ebro did not post anything about the lawsuit at all until Jay-Z responded. That's when he decided to repost Jay-Z's statement, applauding him for typing that by himself. Yeah, that's the key takeaway that Ebro had with from this entire situation. His key takeaway was that Jay-Z wrote this by himself. Like, how insane do you have to be such a D writer? Like, are you not even ashamed? Is there like an ounce of shame in anything that you do, or you're just like, listen, as long as it's somebody that I love, I will support to the end. So the only thing that Ebro has contributed to this issue is that, well, Jay-Z typed that by himself. And these are the guys that you guys rely on for objective and biased reporting. Oh my God. Anyway, another person who was very instrumental also is Peter Rosenberg. Why am I not surprised? Look at the people that I just mentioned. Ebro, Elliott Wilson, now Peter Rosenberg. What does Rosenberg have to say about this? Rosenberg says, the way people have been waiting for Jay-Z to be accused of something is disgusting. And I applaud the aggressiveness of this response. These things are nothing to play with. So already, you, Rosenberg, have decided that, well, this man is innocent because he is Jay-Z and because he's a young man who protects girls. A young hardworking man was out there protecting people, and he promised that is going to show you that is different. So all of a sudden, just by looking at that, you decide because he filed the lawsuit, it means that automatically he's innocent. This is interesting. I want you guys to pay attention because sometimes I feel like you people feel like we just be coming here and saying these things, but this is hypocrisy right in your face. And up to this point, if you refuse to acknowledge that there is hypocrisy, I don't know what else to do with you. It seems like right now you don't even want to be saved, because I'm not saying that this man is guilty, but I'm just saying to you, look at how the media is handling everything. Do you see the difference? Do you see the invisible hand that Akademiks was talking about? Do you see the same invisible hand that operates when it comes to the Bongo 2 and the Tory Lanez situation? And I've made it known again that with the Tory Lanez situation and the Bongo 2 situation, only the two of them know exactly what happened that night. And but you see the dynamics that are happening are almost the same. They are almost similar. But the question is, for how long is this going to happen? For how long is there going to be an invisible hand silencing the media and propelling propaganda on behalf of one person? And another person that I was expecting to see what they had to say, well, Meek Mill I wasn't expecting, but he decided to insert himself as usual, and he decided to make this about, the R word. And can we just deal with issues as they are? Let's stop bringing in the R words into this entire situation, because it seems like of all the artists, there are certain artists who are allowed to use, the R word as an excuse. To say, oh, well, it's oh my God, R word this because we are R word this. But when it comes to other women, you guys decide that, well, they don't deserve to be heard, based on their, race and stuff like that. But when it's certain people, that's what you put in front. Because now what I'm seeing on Twitter is people shaming other people shaming black people and saying that if you believe the victim, it means that you're anti black men that are successful, which is ridiculous. Don't let anyone guilt trip you into any of those things, because all of these people that are accused, The other Sean was also another, B man. Okay. R. Kelly was a B man as well. So if we then begin to use that as a thing to say, as a weapon to say, let's not go against our own, it becomes ridiculous. It becomes really ridiculous. Okay. If we had used the same notion on everybody, it would make sense. So when it comes to Drake, he must have done that, even if there is no evidence. But when it comes to this man, oh my God, he could never do something like that. That's insane. So Mikisha came through and of course made it about that. And I'm like, that's exactly what I expected from him. He does this all the time. And another person who also had something to say is Foxy Brown. Now, listen, you guys, I love Foxy so much. I love her, but I am tired of her antics. I am exhausted by her antics. Because with this girl now, I'm beginning to think it's either she signed an NDA or nothing was done to her at this point. That's what I'm just going to say. It's either nothing was done to her or she was made to sign an NDA or she is scared. And if you are scared, please stop with the cryptic messages. She has been doing this for the longest of time. When it comes a time for her to stand up, she stands and says that, well, I would never go against of. We are tired of playing into your antics. We love you, Foxy, but this is getting exhausting. Just keep quiet if you've got nothing to contribute. Stop speaking in code. Stop speaking in code. So, she tweeted and said she posted on her Instagram in a story and said wow, and then she posted another another I don't know picture saying wait with some emoji opening wide-eyed emoji or something like that. Like, what does that even mean, folks? What are you saying? This is a serious issue. If you've got no contribution, please zip it up. If you're not going to say anything tangible, zip it up. If you want to stand up for your friend or your mentor who people allege you have Stockholm syndrome over, allegedly, speak up. If there's nothing for you to contribute and you want to defend him, speak up. Because in the streets, people right now are convinced that something happened between her and Jay-Z, and her doing things like this will cause only bad confusion. So stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it, unless you want to speak. Stop gaslighting the general public. But anyway, let me know in the comment section, you guys, whose response, shocked you of all these people that I have mentioned. Another publication that I'm just seeing and I'm just laughing my behind off is none other than TMZ. TMZ is scrambling. When I tell you scrambling, I mean it. Okay, they are trying to put out the fire when it comes to this entire situation. They are posting, alleged lawsuits on the lawyer, and they are trying by all means to sanitize Jay-Z's image, trying to make it clean by all means. But at this point, I don't know if TMZ could even save him. Okay, because I mean, if those people that he's in bed with, the execs, if they realize that he's so much of a liability, I don't think that they will be out here able to protect him. And I did see some other people saying that, well, this might actually be politically motivated, citing that, well, all the celebrities that were out here supporting Kamala, they've been protected and stuff like that. And now that Trump is in power, this is exactly what's coming down, and this is exactly what is happening. And I hope this is not politically motivated, because if it is, yeah, it's going to be very interesting. And to a certain extent, I do hope that this is politically motivated, because if it is actually politically motivated, and if he indeed did that, then no amount of money would be able to silence the system against him. So let me know in the comment section what you think about that. Now, there are activists that I've been waiting to see speak, the likes of Lonnie Love. I mean, Lonnie and her friends at The Real were very, very instrumental in the Kenneth Petty and just Jennifer Who situation, platforming her and stuff like that. And people were applauding her, saying that finally they are standing with the woman, they are standing with the victim. So I am expecting to see some type of energy, some type of condemning, some kind of, okay, I stand with the victim. I don't know what happened, but our prayers are going to you, the victim, because we care about you so much. Okay, no one has been proven guilty yet, but we are still sympathizing with what you may have gone through, if indeed you actually went through something. It's crickets from Lonnie Love. Where is she? Where is she? Where is Adrian Ballon? Where is that girl, one of the twins? Where is Tamara? What is that her name? The one from the oh my god, the one with the YT man who's always spiraling. What's it? Not Tamara, man. Tamara Braxton. Oh my god, why would I call Tamara? Where is Tamara Braxton? I want to see the ladies of the real come forward and keep the same energy that they had. Jennifer Hudson, where is she? Nowhere to be seen. Huh? No standing with women now. No, 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 no. There's no standing with women. Where are you, ladies? Where are the celebrity activists? I want to see you say something. I would like to hear you. What you say? You ain't no activist. Like, seriously, stop playing with our minds, okay? It's either you stand for something or you stand for nothing. Stop coming and saying you're activist only when it's convenient, okay? Anyway, the last thing that I'm gonna do is I will insert what Akademiks had to say, calling out several platforms who have not said anything about the case. There are several platforms that have chosen not to report on this, but you know, those are the same platforms that will come out here saying, oh, it's an emergency. For example, the Joe Biden podcast, they always come, oh, it's an emergency podcast. Oh, where is the emergency podcast now, Joey? Where is it? Nowhere? Because it's your favorite? Listen, even if this man does not end up getting convicted, I hope you guys have seen what we're always talking about when we mention the double standards and when we mention propaganda. And there are two types of people with this propaganda. There are those that propel the propaganda because they've got something to benefit, and they are fools. I'm sorry, but they are idiots that choose to follow the propaganda when they don't benefit anything from the propaganda. Do you get what I'm saying? It's just like a corrupt government. In a corrupt government, there are those who benefit from the corruption. So they basically support the corrupt leaders, and there are those who are just fools that just support the corrupt leaders without benefiting anything. And when you follow propaganda like this, that's exactly what you are: sheep that are protecting people who are enjoying from doing bad things. How do you classify anyone like that? The internet said Nicki Minaj is a bad person. Yes, she's a bad person. The internet said Nicki Minaj is to blame for her husband and whatever happened when they were children. Yes, let us blame her. The internet said that Kenneth Petty is a PDF, when in actual fact, of course, he might have been an offender, but well, the PDF word is not the one because they were both children. Yes, let's run with it. This man is being accused of going at a 13-year-old whilst he is 30, but no, we like him, so no, that didn't happen. Yes, that didn't happen. That's exactly how you sound. Going with the flow, being fed BS. Being fed BS by people who are benefiting, who are getting paid, who are getting greased by these people. And you are just out there following propaganda. If you ask any of those people who are defending and now saying guilty, innocent until proven guilty, if you ask them why you're saying that, well, I just have a feeling he would never do that because, well, he's married to Beyonce. He would never do that because, well, he's successful. Like the other Sean is not a billionaire. The other Sean was a billionaire, but that still did not stop him from doing everything that he did. So please, at least make sense, okay? Anyway, you guys, that's all that I had to say. After I insert the Akademiks video, I do not think that I will be coming back. So that being said, thank you very much, you guys, for watching. And thank you very much for making it this far. If you have not already, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button and do turn on the notification bell so that you will be notified each and every time that I post. Until my next one, see you.
As the story, the lead story for the day as it goes on. So Hip Hop DX, they posting everything but it, man. They got to post Rhapsody, Nas. They posting everything. They ain't nothing. So chat, you could easily tell what's going on. You scroll down on this page, you see that Rock Nation hat. I'm gonna assume that Rock Nation, has some influence here, because they refuse to post a big story. right? Now I do know Elliott Wilson's over there. Elliott Wilson used to be one of the executives over a title that Jay-Z once owned.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
yeah, that they then sold that, and he definitely has close ties to Jay-Z. And by the way, Elliot, I love you, and I do love you, but I'm gonna call you out on this one because this is why maybe you and Drake got into it, because I see Drake and you are into it, whatever. Drake has thought it's over an interview, but think about this. You interviewed Drake a bunch of times more than anybody else in the culture. You've interviewed Jay-Z, maybe other than Angie Martinez, more than anybody else in the culture. When something bad come out about Jay-Z, you ain't finna post that.
Yeah,
But
nothing
but
said
you were
about it.
but you were hyping up everything that Kendrick was saying about Drake. So I could understand why he might feel away. Like, again, when it comes to Jay-Z, it's insulated. You don't post the allegations, but you post his reply. I get it. You get what I'm saying? So my man usually posts with no caption. He says "Whole Rock Nation." I get what that is. It is what it is. But sometimes people act like they're all completely independent and not having a side in things. But when certain things happen, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, there's been times that I had to post 6ix9ine, like, he's my friend. I don't like to post bad things about him.
Yeah, well, we
But
do.
then I had
It
to.
be times. Yeah,
Yeah.
it be times, bro. And I'm talking. I gotta address what it is, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, what? Yeah, I'm not saying he's not that. That's my little partner. You know what I mean? But it's hard. But you gotta keep it real, Elliot. He gotta keep it real, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, and again, that's a part of the game in which I think I don't knock him or anyone else who won't even listen to the topic, but this is why people like me exist and you exist, No Jumper, the Vlads of the world, is because people do want to, there aren't certain protected people that nobody else talks about, right? By the way, did you see what I did to Rhapsody? So Rhapsody, you know who Rhapsody is?
Yep.
Okay. So she dropped a freestyle. She dissed me, and she says, yeah, Akademiks, they bitches, and like that, we gotta check. I guess she does a play off the Kendrick thing, and she's like, the weird cases. So I responded to her just yesterday. I said, hey, listen, I don't want to be attacking women, and I like her. She's a good rapper. I really like her, And I said, listen, I know you're trying to do what Kendrick does, or like the whole like this thing, but I do want to say you're signed to Rock Nation, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I know Wack does this, I know the Exposers does this, but this is when you get to the heights of the media. You got to be careful what you say, because you don't want to be living in a glass house, right? When you talk about people having anything going on, I'll go to my email every day and I see like 15 things, and most of them I don't put out. But I said, oh, interesting. I'll just keep that in the tuck over there. I'm going to just whatever. I could tell this one they probably sent to Whack 100 and the Exposers. I watched them hammer that out. That's how it goes. So I said yesterday, or the day before, I said, you want to be careful talking about these cases, because anybody could claim anything. And I'm sure because you're signed to Rock Nation, the people you're in the board meetings and the business meetings with, you don't want to be talking about their situations, which might be a little bit more fresher because they're currently pending and it might come out. A day later, it came out.
Yo, Ak, we are